Well, hello everyone, and welcome to week 8, your final week of this course. Actually, it's been 16 weeks, and you've completed your collaborative action research, and you're tidying things up. All papers were due, just the quick rough draft was due on last night, and I'm going to be looking through those today just to make sure everything is in order so that when you submit on Friday the final, you'll be good to go. One thing I do need from all of the students is each group, I believe I've signed for 3 groups already. I need you to scan me your pages 2 and 3 so that I can sign them and scan them back to you so that you can put them in your final. We're in week 8, so this Wednesday night at 6 o'clock, we do have the schedule right here. So make sure that you look at the announcement, the week 8 live session, group A, then group F, and your presentation shouldn't be longer than about 15 minutes. Make sure that everybody's involved in that, in the discussion when you're presenting, and make sure to get me your PowerPoint, Prezi, whatever you're using to present about your research project, the overall thoughts, reactions, findings. Get that to me so that I can make sure it's uploaded for you. Now remember, if you embed media, that poses some problems with PowerPoint as it relates to Adobe, and I know that in the future there's going to be some fixes to that as it relates to moving to actually Blackboard Collaborate, which allows a little bit more freedom with that. So here is on Wednesday the group presentation rubric. It's 5 areas, and just making sure that you're touching on these areas. You want to be in that 3-4 range, and then these are the components to look at. So the 5 areas as you're presenting on Wednesday night. If there's 3 people, then all 3 people should be a part of that conversation presentation. I'm going to go in just to week 8 just to make sure that you have some details. So you have your oral presentation, like I said, this Wednesday, and then that's your 10-point graded assignment, and you'll get a grade pretty much right away on that one. And then week 8, the final submission of your project, make sure you go through the checklist right here, and then make sure that you're looking at directions. The main thing is to make sure that you've cleaned everything up. You're reading through your sentences, and if you got just a short 4-word sentence, you know that you need to expand on that. Put a transition word. The other thing is that when you're referring to the school and school district, you're using a pseudonym. So school A or district B, something like that, because we want to leave school names and districts anonymous for the purpose of this type of research, which is collaborative action research. So use pseudonyms. If you haven't done that, I'm going to make sure that I look through those, but at the same time, make sure that you fix those areas that need to be fixed. So you're going to be submitting it this Friday, and it is a rather long rubric. I've shared that with all of you in regards to this assignment. I'll show it to you real quick, what it looks like. Here is the rubric right here. And as you can see, this is just, so all the 1s are chapter 1. As I'm scrolling, all the 2s are chapter 2, 3s are chapter 3, and clearly the 4s are chapter 4. And I need to be grading you on each of these areas, and you need to be 3s and 4s in each area. So it's very important that you look through this week, Monday through Friday, that you're looking through the rubric and you're hitting on all these points. And then you have your appendices. Now, there's been questions about the appendices. You just want to make sure, I think it's just easier if everybody puts in their reflections. You put it just in order. If you've been doing your reflections, they should be in chronological order because you did one week 1, week 2, and so forth. Anything that you want to add that supports your research, please do that and add it to your appendices. Make sure it's clear, concise, and clean. And as much as possible, when you're scanning documents, I know it's kind of a weird thing. I do agree that it's an area that needs to be improved on in this process. But when you scan it, make sure it's straight. So we want things to look nice. We want it to look neat. You put a lot of time, 16 weeks into this, so we want to make sure that happens. So again, we'll be meeting on Wednesday night. It's going to be a longer session just because each group 15 minutes. That's an hour and a half at least. So make arrangements to be there, and then Friday is your final that you turn in. I'm going to be looking at the thing Sunday night, and I'll be emailing you any comments or concerns or anything that needs to be changed so you can work on it right away. I hope you have a great week. It's been a pleasure, honestly, a pleasure working with you. Many of you are, you're open. You give me a call, and I do appreciate your flexibility. This has been a crazy time of year for probably both of us, and so I do thank you for your efforts in this class. I will see you all on Wednesday. You take care.